Hey, I'm Kayla. Welcome back to the table today. If you're just joining, we are on a simple sourdough journey. I'm going to be teaching you all the tips and tricks to make your own starter, to make a beautiful loaf, and then all the things you can do with your discard. But before we get started on our sourdough journey, I want to teach you the importance of flour. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly measure flour. Yes, I know that sounds crazy. Everybody's done it in a measuring cup, but until I went to culinary school, I actually didn't know that I had been doing it wrong literally my entire life. So let's jump into it and I'll show you the best way to measure flour. So we're gonna start by grabbing our trusty digital kitchen scale. If you don't have one of these, you can grab one at Walmart, Target for usually $8 to $10. I think I got mine on Amazon for like $7. You're gonna go ahead and turn it on. You'll press the power button. It's also called tare. Today I'm gonna be measuring in grams, so you'll want to set it to that measurement. You also can't put flour directly on a scale. So today, for my demonstration purposes, I'm gonna be using a small stainless steel bowl. I'm going to place that on the kitchen scale and then press the tare button once again. That will reset my kitchen scale to 0. First up is the traditional scoop method, which I think most people do. Certainly I did. So I'm gonna take a half cup for purposes. I scoop it up out of the bag, and then I'm gonna take a butter knife and just level off the top. Okay, pretty good actually. So this is a half cup. I think we could all agree that that looks like about a half of a cup. I'm gonna pour that into my bowl, dump that out. Okay, and my scale is reading 80 grams of flour. Okay, I'm gonna dump that back in my bag for now. And I'm going to show you a second way to measure flour. I have the same King Arthur flour here in this basket. I'm gonna whisk it up nice and light. Okay. Put my stainless steel bowl back on, make sure we're scaling 0, we are. And now I'm going to scoop the flour into my half cup. Now remember, the first half cup that I pulled from the bag and dumped into my scale read 80 grams. Just gonna level off, nice and light here, no packing. Okay, oops. I could agree that this looks like a half cup, right? Very similar to the first. I'm gonna dump this in my scale. This actually reads 64 grams. So a 16-gram difference between the traditional scoop out of the side of my bag, level it, versus the sift and scoop method. Technically, if you go to culinary school, the sift and scoop method is the proper way of doing so. Now think about it. If you're on Pinterest, you're checking out different recipes, maybe you're bread making, maybe you're just making cookies, depending on how that recipe maker scoops their flours, you could have a huge variance. We only did a half cup and we had a 14-gram difference. Imagine if you're working with 3, 4, 5 cups for whatever you're making. That could be the difference between a great recipe and a not so great recipe. So this is the true way to measure your flour. Keep this in mind when you're doing your sourdough. I would highly recommend investing that $7 to $10 in a kitchen scale. I promise you it'll save you in the long run.